really never expected to make another video about Hearts' situation this quickly, but if you didn't know already, Hearts have just been beaten 3 goals to 2 at Tynecastle by Queen of the South. This is not what my channel is meant to be. It's meant to be bringing a bit of positivity, bringing a bit of interest about football and football shirts and review videos and whatnot, but this is going to be However, after that result, I'm going to be feeling just like every Hearts fan is feeling right now, and that is absolutely shite. My thoughts and views going into this game was, I was hoping for an immediate reaction. I was hoping that this would hopefully give the players and Robbie Neilson a bit of motivation to actually go into the game hands on, get stuck right in from the get-go, but as it happened it was actually the other way around, and Queen of the South within 2 minutes managed to get a goal to go in front straight away. And this just kind of sums up what this last sort of 5 years has been for the Tynecastle club. How my opinion has changed with literally in the past 72 hours since I put up my previous video about what's going on at Tynecastle right now has just dramatically done a massive U-turn. But we'll talk about that a little bit more in the video. Based on today's performance, one thing showed me that no one's got a clue what is going on is that we changed formation throughout the game 3 times and yet we still didn't get a result. To going from a 4-4-2 diamond, then going into a 3-5-2, then going into a flat 4-4-2, it just shows that there's so much confusion going on the pitch as well as off the pitch. And with no changes even made at half time to try and make a difference, it boggles me. When I did my video previously a few days ago, my views were kind of yes and no on whether to keep Robbie or to get him out straight away. And to be honest, I was probably one of the few fans that gave him the benefit of the doubt with naming the qualities that he's actually done good and the negative qualities on top of that as well. I never like to speak horribly of anyone, and I don't intend to, but I just know that if I was in Robbie's shoes right now, I know that I wouldn't do a good job, so I'm obviously not qualified to make that opinion and to know exactly what he's thinking and what he's actually playing at. Just to reiterate, even though we're still probably going to make promotion, even though we've been beat today, it's probably still a given with just 6 games left, I think. But even the way and the manner that we've actually done this throughout the season, even though now we've only even been beaten 4 times, it's still negativity flowing throughout every part of Tynecastle and the team that's on the pitch every week. There's no passion, there's no drive, there's no urgency, and I really don't think that Hearts themselves know how bad the situation really is. How I feel so disconnected from my football club that I've supported since I was a little boy. Like most others, it's really just an empty feeling, and I've never felt further from Heart or Midlothian in my life until right now. I do understand that there was a protest outside Tynecastle, don't quote me on that, I'm just going off from what I've been reading and what I've been seeing online. I know that it was a particularly small crowd, like maybe 50 or so people. Now, I don't condone anyone to go out and break like sort of the COVID laws, just judging from what I've seen even when Rangers won the title and when Celtic were protesting outside of Celtic Park to get their manager out at the time as well. But this is obviously different. If I stayed near Tynecastle, I still wouldn't have went, but I completely understand why. Because at this moment in time, we do have a voice, but it's very restrained, and we can't get across to the club on what our views are and what our thoughts are on this matter. So obviously I don't condone it, but at the same time I completely understand why the people went to go and protest outside Tynecastle. Just to quote Andy Halliday after a few games at the start of the season when we started off reasonably okay, that it is disrespectful to other teams in the league to say that we can't go on an unbeaten run. Now, I wouldn't have a problem with that, with Halliday saying that we should be respecting other teams that we go up against. Absolutely, I do agree, but at the same time, you're kind of putting your foot in it because when he's saying on the other side that his supported team Rangers, he thinks that they can go on an unbeaten run throughout the season. So would you not think that he would apply that same formula to the same that he's saying about Rangers to Hearts as well? There's a fine line between confidence and arrogance, and us as fans, we want to believe that we can go on an unbeaten run. We want to go on as many games as possible with winning and winning and winning. Why would you want to think otherwise? And another point as well, Christoph Berra coming out a few days after the Brora Rangers result, saying that this kind of result, we could see it coming. If you could see it coming, you being a previous captain and still are from time to time and being one of the more experienced players in the dressing room, why didn't you stand up and say something? Why didn't any of the players stand up and say something if this has been going on for some time? The most Hearts fans could see it. Why couldn't they? They've got a voice inside the dressing room on how the fans are actually feeling as well, and guaranteed they'll be feeling it as well. So why isn't anybody saying anything inside the dressing room? Now, it said in the last video, I honestly didn't know whether it would be beneficial or not to sack Robbie right now. And as said at the start of the video, my view has done a massive U-turn and it's changed dramatically, and I think because we've not reacted, that just shows that there's not enough ambition and drive to move this club forward in any way, I don't think. So I think now is the time for Robbie to move on. Now, do not get me wrong, I will be forever grateful for what Robbie Neilson has done for us on the pitch and at the side of the pitch. But there's a time when you've just got to throw the towel in and say, look, I've not got it right, I've got to walk away. I'm never going to badmouth Robbie or anyone in terms of what they have done for the club. And even though the season has went, I'd say it's been more negative than positive, even though we're still at the top of the league. But at the same time, there's bigger things that's going on here, and a change has to be made now. And Anne Budge knows that deep down. She really does know that. And one of the main big factors that the reason why I don't think Robbie has went before now is obviously because of the fans. There are no fans there. No one is there to voice their opinion. And obviously Hearts fans are hurting, including myself. And I think that's a massive reason as to why a change has not been made up until now. I was sent a tweet earlier during the game by my good friend Alan, and it has just summed up Hearts perfectly this season. It was from @Cameron Weston, and it reads, "We're that bad, I've seen the cardboard cutout walk out at half time." Do you know that's been the only thing that has made me laugh out this whole thing? Absolutely top banter Cameron. Obviously I do not know what Hearts can do in terms of who to bring in, or if they even wanted to bring someone in permanently right now up until the end of the season, or just see out the end of the season and then bring somebody in. A very good point made by my mate Alan is that we could get rid of Robbie, and then obviously depending on his health and how he's actually feeling, is to even maybe get Jim Jeffries from downstairs and even get him to see out the last 6 games of the season, which I didn't even think of it. And to be honest, obviously depending on his health, because I know that he suffered a heart attack not too long ago, but at the same time you could see Jeffries not taking any shit from that team, and to be honest I could see him getting a reaction out of the team and how they're currently performing on the pitch right now. So that is an idea. I'm not saying it's the right one, but it's one that I wouldn't object to. I actually think it's a good idea, but again, that's just another opinion out of hundreds and thousands of opinions from Hearts fans all over the country, so don't quote me on that. We have literally been on the decline for the last 5 years now, and it's literally just been going slowly down and slowly down and slowly down, and we're at a point now where we're at panic stations, because this can't continue, and all of us know it cannot continue. And I know that people wanted Robbie out months ago. I was a bit more resilient. I thought maybe he can change it around, but at the same time there is a bit of naivety in that, because I felt the same way about Craig Levein as well. I thought last season he could maybe try and make a miracle and try and turn it around, but this is now in the situation we're in now, and I don't want it to drag out any longer. So I think the bullet has to be bitten and the change has to be made, and I think it needs to start with the manager, unfortunately. If there is one word that I could sum up Hearts for the last 5 years, based on the performances that we put on the park throughout the last 5 years, it would probably be heartless. I know that's a really cringy term to actually use, but it's true. There's been no effort, no drive and no passion from any of the players. Genuinely, I've not seen one player that has wanted to wear the shirt and fight for the shirt and play for the shirt. So yeah, I think heartless is a really good word to actually sum up what has been this season and the past season throughout. But will we see the change made even after the two ridiculous results we have seen this week? I think it needs to happen. I absolutely 100% categorically think it needs to happen, but a small part of me still thinks it won't happen. I think maybe Ambudge will just let him see out the rest of the season, get promotion, and then maybe part ways after that, but who knows, who knows. So thank you very much for watching the video again. I hope this is the last sort of rant, whinge video I make. I don't like to particularly make videos like this. I like to express myself in a different manner and through my creativity, and throughout the previous videos I've did, like I said earlier, on football strips and reviews, etc. So hopefully this will be the last one for a while. But nonetheless, I would love to hear your opinions in the comment box down below and see what your thoughts are on this current situation at Hearts. And if you are new here, please think about subscribing for future football content, not rant videos. And if you could relate to this video, please hit that like button. That would be really appreciated, guys. And I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye for now.